Alright, bro, welcome back to another video. In this video, I want to help you get crazy consistent. Okay, I want to tackle your biggest consistency issue. So most people will say like, oh yeah, do this, do that, like just 30 minutes a day, every single day, or like small steps at a time. Of course, but there are reasons, psychological reasons, to why you're finding it super hard to stay consistent in the freaking first place. Okay, so this is why a lot of people, they look at mindset as such an important thing. You see a lot of people like, no, put your mindset first, because if your mindset isn't correct, and nothing else will follow. Okay, if like, you have to fix the foundation first before you can do anything. So in this video, I want to help you fix your mindset and also help you and give you steps to become consistent. So honestly, stay with me. It's gonna take like 15 minutes of your day, maybe your time. That's it. And if you're not able to stay 15 minutes, focus for 15 minutes, you'll be stuck where you are. Like, you'll just be stuck with consistency, and you'll probably end up giving up on your self-development journey, because reality is gonna hit you. Right now you might have some time. Like right now, if you're looking to grow and like you're like consistently investing to grow, you have the time. Take this time seriously. All right, let's dive straight into this, bro. All right, okay, so here's my process of staying consistent. As you can see, we have, for example, right, we have this picture of my channel. Okay, and the reason why I put this picture on my channel is because it's kind of hard to be consistent when you're not really getting the views, right? It's hard to be consistent when you're actively, I guess you can just, because it's a new channel, right? So obviously I expect this to not be like freaking Iman Gaji level getting millions of views. No, but at the same time, it's hard to stay consistent because you have so much desperation to make it, and it's hard to freaking make it because of it's less views, and you're wondering, oh, man, is it gonna work out? Am I gonna? So in this video, I want to help you tackle this. Okay, so I'll teach you how to have monk mode consistency despite seeing zero results, how to stop getting disheartened and end up changing up everything you're doing, and how to be consistent even on the bad days. Okay, all you gotta do is focus on 15 minutes, otherwise you'll be stuck where you are. All right, cool. Step one: how to stop getting disheartened and end up changing up everything you're doing. Let me be completely honest with you. I'm gonna have to sip a freaking coffee for this, bro. All right. One of the biggest reasons why you are not being consistent is because you actually just are switching up so much. What's the definition of consistency? To do something every single day. Now, if you're doing many different things, you're not being consistent. If you're, for example, I used to have another YouTube channel, right? And with that YouTube channel, it was more of like, it was pretty big as well. It had decent amount of subscribers. But the issue is, I didn't know what I wanted. So I ended up like getting disheartened. I'm like, oh, why am I not getting views? Why am I not getting likes or something? So I would end up like copying these videos. And I would end up like, oh, okay, maybe I should just make videos like Hamza and I'll get his success. So I ended up making videos like Hamza. So, okay, that's step one. And then after, I'm like, oh, I don't like these kind of videos. Actually, I want to get success like Daniel Dalen. You know what? I'm going to start documenting my life. So then I just start documenting my life. And then I'm like, oh, you know what? I'm going to do gym content. So I start making gym content. I was not consistent in specifically one area. I ended up switching, which is why I ended up giving up. If I just stuck to one of these things, even if it wasn't authentic to myself, even if I stuck to one of these things and just kept going, you know how far I would have freaking gotten? It's nuts. Okay, so the reason why I put these pictures here is because, well, I kept switching from like this type of content to this type of content to this type of content, when I could have just stayed linear for the most part. I could have just gotten good at a specific type of content. It's freaking annoying. So you need to know what you want. If you don't know what you want, you will be replaced by other people's wants. Essentially, you'll be like the sheep. Okay, well, what does that mean? If you don't know what you want out of your life, you're gonna fall into what other people are wanting out of their social media. Right? You're gonna fall into their traps. They're gonna lure you with whatever they want, and you're gonna be the sheep just following them around. They're gonna hold out the food, and you're gonna be following them around. Oh, okay, I'll just do an agency model. Oh, okay. So I guess the new trend is copywriting. Like, this is the issue, right? Essentially, you'll be like the sheep being lured into any direction the freaking controller wants. This is why you're not able to stay linear. Do this exercise with me, all right? What do you actually want out of life? What kind of money do you want to have, and why? Why is it that you like this type of clothing now, as an example? I'm not saying that you do, but when I was, in this situation a year ago, I used to like copy Iman Gaji. everything, literally everything. I bought his types of glasses. I bought everything that he, like, I tried replicating him. I tried acting like him. I tried speaking like him. Of course, one thing, like, I'm really inspired by him. I'm not saying to not be inspired by people or not take inspiration by the way they dress. I'm not saying that. But there's a reason why you would dress like him. This, for example, I used to, because, oh, I like Iman Gaji. And it wasn't authentic to me. What kind of money do you want to have and why? Do you just say you want to have $1 million because Iman Gaji says that you should have $1 million? Why not make 2 million? Why not make 500,000? Why not make 100,000? Like, why? Why do you want to have this, right? Just do this with me. Answer these questions right now. Actionable step if you truly want to focus and if you truly want to be consistent. Why do you want to make the kind of money you want to make? Why do you want to get the physique that you want to get? What do you actually want out of life? How do you want your life to be? It doesn't have to be a freaking story, bro. You don't have to be like, so I want to be like with this girl at this time, at this location. I'm not saying that. Just a general picture. All right? Okay. Pains and results. Why do you keep switching up? Because you haven't chosen something rationally. It was based off of other people's wants. Okay? This is me with copywriting. You see this picture right here? I thought copywriting was a real deal. I thought copywriting was the way to make 10K a month. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to make 10K a month in 30 days. Easy, bro. It took me 9 months to make my first 1,000. And I just gave up copywriting because I didn't choose it. I didn't choose it based off the pains. And we're going to jump straight into that in the next step. But it was just based off other people's wants because everyone was saying, yeah, this is so good. This is so good. You have to think rationally. Okay? And now, let's move on to step 2 because then we're going to start thinking rationally. So I want you to do this exercise. After that, let's jump into step 2. Okay. Step 2. Have monk mode consistency despite seeing 0 results. Let's figure out what you actually want. All right. So you want money for sure. Okay. You want money. You want a physique. You want to be capable. Right. You want to be strong and you definitely don't want to be average. Cool. Let's figure out what you don't want. You don't want to be broken tied to a 9-to-5 job, getting very less money for how much you work. I know, I'm sure that me and you, we both have this thing called jobophobia, right? What that is you have a phobia of getting a job. You don't want to be fat and ugly. You don't want to be cowardly. You don't want to be weak and disrespected. And you don't want to be dying without doing anything in this life. You don't want to be just left alone, not seen, not doing anything in this life. Just freaking average comfort zone. Cheetos, eating chips with watching TV. You know what I'm trying to say, bro. So you know what you want. You know what you don't want. Now just find a vehicle and choose the pains you want to experience. This is very crucial. Do you actually care about copywriting or no? Do you actually care about like I want to go through this experience, like I actually want to do this business or no? Or are you just doing it because people are telling you to do it? Do you actually care about whatever you're doing? Or are you just pretending? This is so crucial. This is so crucial. Are you pretending or do you genuinely want to do it? For example, for copywriting, I was like, okay, I mean, okay, you don't have to have I'm not saying to follow your passion. Okay, I'm not a business guru. I'm not going to teach you business. But you need to actually somewhat like what you're doing or somewhat feel, okay, you know, I have some potential here. Not just do it because people are doing it. Okay? And this goes for the gym. This goes for whatever goals you've set down. Do it based on what you want. Actually choose, like, am I willing to go through these pains for this? Like, for example, for YouTube, why am I doing this? Why do I like this? Why do I like teaching? Why? Because sure, there's probably pains, I don't know, like speaking, not having the perfect information, you know, people speaking bad about you online, whatever, but I don't really care. I like this. I'm willing to go through this. Now, am I willing to go through like a bunch of freaking cold calls? No, I don't like that crap. And that's not the only way to make money. Like cold calls and stuff like that, sure, it's gonna teach you sales and whatever, but there's many other ways, and I'm not willing to go through that, especially because you don't have to in this day and age, right? So, macro focus. This is like your best friend to growth. While others are like rats looking for the best way to look for cheese, you chose one rational path to success. Other people are like rats, like, oh, okay, so where's the cheese? Is it there? You chose, okay, you know what? I locked on this one house. I'm sure there's going to be cheese in that one house. You went straight to that one house without being like a freaking, you know, other rats. So, for example, I'm going to go on a 6-month bulk. Okay? I'm building a coaching business with the plan to make real success. And you're going to put your all into this. Like, for example, I'm on a 1-year bulk. I'm on a 1-year bulk at the gym. I'm not gonna go change it now. Like a couple months later, be like, actually, I don't. Do I want to be on a bulk? You have to know what you want. Like, do you want to get big or do you want to stay lean? Okay, you can't just be like, oh, okay, 4 months in, you know what? I want to be lean again. What the heck, bro? You told yourself that you were gonna become big, so stick to it. I know it's the reason why you say that is because you feel like you're not gonna. You feel like it's taking too long. So what? I don't understand. Like you can't complain for it to take long if you chose something if you chose a big thing. Like if you chose to be big in the gym, that's gonna take long. But you're gonna be big in the gym if you just keep going. It's as simple as that. Same thing with the business, same thing with the coaching. Yeah, it's because the more potential you have, the higher output potential you have. For example, if you're at a job, the max you can make is 10 grand a month, probably max, and that's rare for job people. Like that's considered high for job people, for regular jobs, right? But in business, you have a higher potential to make more income. So obviously, it's gonna take longer as well. So this is what I'm trying to say. Like, just have macro focus. It will be your absolute best friend. I'm telling you right now, if it's one thing that helped me, just like if it's one thing that forced me and slapped me in the face to tell me, yo, stay down there, stop moving. Like, it was macro focus. But it was based on what I wanted though. Okay, it's based on what I wanted. So I'm not gonna go change up every 4 months. Okay, so just do the needle movers. What do you mean by that? You're currently legally blind. Again, what do I mean by that? You cannot see your future. You cannot see what's gonna happen in a couple of minutes from now. You don't know what's gonna happen in a couple seconds from now. Maybe in a couple seconds you can like make a good guess. Okay, sure. But you don't know what's gonna happen in an hour from now, in 2 hours, in 10 hours, 50 days, 1 year, 2 years from now. You don't know, right? So you're currently legally blind. So all you can do is just take one step forward. I mean, imagine yourself as someone who is, with really bad eyesight and they cannot see far at all. All they can do rather is just take one step forward. Like they just hope, they hope to God that they make it to the destination by just taking one step forward because they don't see far. Same thing with you. All you have to do is take one step forward. So stop acting like you can see the future. Stop acting like, oh, it's not working out, I'm not gonna make it. How do you know? You don't see the future. Just take one step forward, bro. Right? Let me explain. What all a needle mover is pretty much fuel for the car to move. You have a car. If you don't feed it the right amount of fuel or the correct fuel, let's say you have a amazing Lamborghini, this, that, right? Lamborghini Urus, for example. Freaking love that car. But let's just say you give it like the most cheapest oil available. Is the car gonna move? Maybe. But is the car also gonna break down and something bad is gonna happen? Probably, yeah. Or let's just say you have a petrol, but you feed it diesel. The car's gonna freaking break because you're not actually putting in the right amount of fuel. So the needle mover, all a needle mover is the fuel to your car. As long as you just do the right things, even if it's not a lot, your car will move forward. And the more needle movers you can do, the more fuel you give it, the farther the car is gonna move. But just make sure that you're feeding it the right fuel for the vehicle. If you have a YouTube channel like me, that the right fuel is what I'm doing, making videos. Okay? Remember that. Also, this is very important. Have monk mode boundaries / rules. What do I mean by this? So this is what, Iman Gaji says, non-negotiables. And this is absolutely crucial if you want to stay consistent. You need to make rules for yourself that is going to help you not move and not keep switching up. My biggest one was comparing myself and watching content. And what I would do is I would put myself off the path. And I would watch this guy, and I would be like, oh, why is he doing better than me? And then I would start copying them, right? Because I didn't have a foundation. So I would start, for example, there's this guy called Brez. I don't watch him, but I see him on recommended all the time. And this guy is like, oh yeah, I just bought my 7th Lamborghini. Or like he buys like cars or something. So he's like, oh yeah, I just bought like my Lamborghini. I'm like, oh my goodness. Okay. And then I start getting desperate. And then when you get desperate, you're thinking short term. Okay, so for example, I made a rule for myself. I will not watch content that puts me off path and makes me start comparing again. I don't watch Iman Gaji vlogs. I don't watch Andrew Tate vlogs. I don't watch I bought my 7th Lamborghini. I don't watch that. Okay, I don't watch it. There's a reason why I don't watch that. Number two is I will not fall off my plan, rather refine it if need be. Meaning, okay, let's just say my plan isn't working out. I gotta change one of the stuff that to make it start working again. That's different to be like, okay, I'm bulking, but then now I'm gonna start cutting. Unless you truly planned that from before, you're acting short term. Okay, so make these rules for yourself as well. I'm telling you, it's gonna be a game changer. Okay, last step, step 3. I'm pretty sure step 3. I don't think I have anything more other than that. Yeah. So last step, step 3. Give me a second. Okay, step 3. How to be consistent even on the bad days. Number 1 non-negotiable rule, always focus on the output. What do I mean by this? Well, many people ask me, like, how are you so consistent? And pretty much, by the way, this screenshot you see, this is pretty much from my old YouTube channel. Okay, this is from my old YouTube channel. Pretty much, I used to upload a lot, and I was very consistent. Every 2 days, every 3 days, consistent bang on uploads. People would comment down like, bro, how are you so consistent? I like, how are you uploading so much? For me, I just looked at one thing in front of me. What's the next step I have to do? Forget this, forget, making $1 billion. What's the next step? Make a video, script a video, edit a video, plan videos, like one little micro step in front of me. I'll give you another example. Everyone looks at it like, how do I record a video every day? Like, oh my God, it's gonna take so long. I have no time. Well, I'm here saying, well, a video takes 15 minutes to record. So many people are like, how do I record every day? Like, oh my God, I can't. Like, a video takes 15 minutes. Sorry, bro. Just always, number 2 non-negotiable rule, okay? Whatever you do on a bad day, whatever bad habit you end up doing, whatever freaking relapses you have, get one needle mover done. Even if it was unfocused, get one needle mover done. Even if you have a bad day, record a video. Even if you have a bad day, go to the gym. Just do it, bro. Get one non-negotiable done. You can do whatever. I'm not saying you can do whatever habit, but let's just say you end up doing whatever bad habit. Get one needle mover done, okay? It's simple if you make it simple. It's complicated if you make it complicated. A video, whatever task, whatever, it doesn't have to be complicated. Let's just say you have an agency and you have to cold call a bunch of businesses. It's gonna be complicated if you like make it complicated. It's gonna be simple if you're just like, well, hey, whatever business you're gonna call. Let's just say I'm calling a dentist. Hey, dentist, I'm doing this. I help this many dentists make this much more money. I can help you make this much money in the next 30 days. Are you interested? Like, all you're doing is pretty much helping the other guy make more money. And you just have to say that on a call. That's how simple a sales call or a cold call is. You're looking at a business. You're like, I can probably help him make 10 times or 2 times more money. Okay, I'll just tell him that on the call. If he doesn't like it, he doesn't like it. But it's complicated if you're like, oh, man, what do I say? What's the best script? Like, do I say like this? Or like, do I like say this word? You're making it autistic. Make it extremely simple, okay? Always remember your pains. One of the things that when you're having a bad day that I do is called identity reminders. Always remember your pains. Okay, so for example, this is a random post that came up on I saw on Pinterest. It's called Jobophobia. I haven't watched the video, but I can already see by the title, like, I agree with this guy, like, 100%. Jobophobia, the fear of having a job. Frick, bro, I have jobophobia. I have jobophobia. And people that are watching this that do have a job, you might feel the same way. Don't understand. Also, another thing is, don't understand your parents wrong. When I put this picture, again, I found it on Pinterest. Pretty much, this is just appreciating the freaking work that your parents did for me and you. Like, for you, your parents, my parents did for me. And there's no way we can just leave this earth and waste our life away when they're out working to provide for you. If you're young, they're out there working to provide for you, and we're just here freaking wondering, oh, I have a bad day. No, bro. Like, always remember your pains. Always remember why you're doing this. Always remember the life you're gonna end up living if you don't end up working hard. For example, jobophobia, bro. I'm sure you don't want to be tied to a 9-to-5 job for 70 years. Until you're 60 years old. And then they're like, oh, okay, enjoy your life. You're retired. But then I have zero money to enjoy my life. Or let's just say I do have money, but I have zero extra life to enjoy my life. How are you going to enjoy life if you don't have life left? So that's what I'm trying to say. Always remember your freaking pains. Always remember where you're going to end up. So right now, I recommend, like, just watch a video or go outside or go to the city center and see how people are living and be like, I don't want to be like everyone else. Sometimes all you need is just a picture. It's a vivid image. When I was going to university 2 weeks ago, when my semester ended, I felt so much pain that I don't feel right now because I haven't seen a real picture in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, of what it actually feels like to live a regular life and the life that is not fulfilling. But when I was there, I was seeing everyone. I was seeing people getting, going home from their 9 to 5 jobs, and I'm seeing this, and I'm just like, I don't want to live like this, right? It really hits you. So other than that, that's it for me. Hopefully this benefited you. Hopefully this helped you. If you have any questions, bro, DM me on Instagram. Link in the description down below. Just DM me the word accelerate, and I got you. And whatever you want to help with, I got you, bro. Other than that, thank you so much for watching. I love you, and I'll see you very soon.